Hey guys, I'm AJ.
I'm Rini.
And welcome to the TFA Talkshow. So today with us, we have one of a kind speaker. His name is Master Max. He's a scientist with Bachelor Honours degree in Life Sciences. He's also a metaphysician adept in techniques of face reading, I-Ching, Bazi 5 elements, Numerology and Fengshui. He has attained the level of advanced life destiny forecaster under China ZhouYi Association. Welcome, Max.
I am a full-time Feng Shui master, and I do consultations to a lot of the individuals, companies, SMEs, and corporations. The way that I do Feng Shui is a little bit different from how other people does it. So what I do is I incorporated various styles like space reading, numerology reading, and it's all combined together to create one system which gives a very comprehensive kind of Feng Shui. Technically, most of my client base are actually the business side. So for individuals, the proportion is a little bit smaller.
So, Max, for your type of Feng Shui, how is it different from your Feng Shui and other Feng Shui that is available right now?
I guess the main difference is where I actually employed the energy techniques into the environment, into the Feng Shui itself. So what I do is I physically feel the environmental energy and whether the flow of the energy is proper or not after the Feng Shui audit and remedy. So it gives me a very clear indication. The audit will be very accurate, and we could see results almost in a few days, if not weeks.
What made you decide to pursue this path?
Okay. Actually, I've never thought about pursuing this path at all. I came from a very scientific background. Pre-stubborn when I was young, I studied a lot of science. I love science, so just one straight path studying science. And until I graduated, I worked even in the scientific field as well. The time comes when my daughter was actually born. So what happened is that it is actually the best happiest day of my life. And on that day when she came out, the first thing of course she's crying, and once she actually settled down, I get this sense that she's actually sensing me. So technically, if I were to look back myself, I do have this sensing capability in me, and to be able to sense my daughter at the same time and having her sensing me, it does mean that she actually inherited this so-called skill from me. The problem is that when I was young, I was living through, and I was getting a lot of trouble. It's quite difficult to live with it. So I don't want my daughter to actually suffer the same kind of fate as I do. So that actually shocked me. I was really shocked, and I looked for a way, a tool to actually solve my daughter's problem straight on. And I went into metaphysics, basically Chinese metaphysics, and I looked quite a lot of areas, and I even touched on Bazi, I-Ching, and advanced face reading and so on. But in the end, I come across numerology. But the thing is, all the tools, all of them doesn't actually give me a proper tool to actually solve my issue. So what I did was that I went in to do research on my own, come up with my own system, and I applied it in a few cases, and it works beautifully. And that actually started me off. Hey, I'm benefiting from it. Do you think that it could be a way that I could actually share it? And once the system comes together and I get into this clarity in mind, I get a lot of messages, and one of the messages is actually to help people. So that is how I actually jump into the whole Feng Shui career, full time.
To be a Feng Shui master, what are the skill set that someone must have?
Okay, it's The skill set, practically the skill set to know is pretty wide.
Right.
Firstly, you need to know how to read a person. You need to look at the external environment. You need to be able to physically look at the even if you can't feel the energy, you really have to look at how the energy flows in the environment. You have to have an understanding how the energy goes into the property itself, how to deal with the energy inside there, and finally give remedies and give consultations to the clients. And practically what we are trying to do is to enhance the good energy inside there. And if there's any negative effect in the property itself, we try to remedy it and solve the client's issue. So a lot of times you really have to have that mindset to continually learn and to actually have that gift to know how you could actually solve the issue. That means you need to be good at troubleshooting as well.
Okay, then we're just gonna build on from the skill set, right?
Yeah.
So if like say for any like budding feng shui feng shui enthusiasts who wish to pursue this path, is there like a simple checklist or is there like a guide for them to, you know, like, okay, first step, maybe, because I understand, okay, from our understanding, right, even though it's something that is not very familiar, it's not something that we're familiar, but we are interested, and we want to know, you know, like, okay, maybe I can try out feng shui, you know, for example, because my ancestors or my late my great grandmother, grandfather, you know, they believe in these kind of things, and maybe I feel that it benefited them, and I also want to pursue this path. So is there like a way that would be good as like a stepping stone or like to get me started?
Okay. Because the knowledge in feng shui is very vast, even in the doing it full time for the last 10 years, I still meet with situations which I really have to learn and relearn all over again. The whole idea is that to even start, you really need to find a proper teacher to actually teach. That is one. Secondly is imbibe as many books as you can regarding the topic itself. And thirdly is you can't just restrict yourself to just feng shui alone, because once you actually actually doing the work itself, it actually requires much more knowledge, such as TCM, certain understanding the characteristics of the client and so on, because we do want to get the alignment, so-called, that human, the environment, as well as timing. So it is only when you get such an alignment that you are able to create massive results for the clients. So it really has to start with a lot of interest, a lot of learning, get a master to start off and learn from the very basic.
So it was a lot of sharing, and I feel that definitely it gives us a different perspective on how we view, or maybe the public usually view, of feng shui. So before we let you off, maybe you can share our viewers and listeners, is there a way or how can they connect with you?
Yeah, I can be contacted on facebook.com/Max Liang Feng Shui, as in MaxLiangFengShui. Or you can actually message me on Facebook, or you can contact me, give me a WhatsApp from my phone number, 8201-4488. 8201-4488.
Okay, very nice to have you on board, Max. Thank you for being on board the show as well, and we wish you only success in your endeavors.
Thank you,
Thank you,
AJ.
Max.
Thank you, Lenny. Yeah, thank you so much for having me. It's my privilege. Thank you.